Okay, let us go and try to learn the next one. In last class, we have chance to understand one thing that is called as how to create the master repository. How to create the master repository. Let me open the document. I am opening your document. I am opening your document. We completed what, sir? Creating the master repository. We completed, right? Creating the master repository. So we opened SQL place. That one first step is available. Create repository schema in the database. Then we created the master repository by opening the ODI Studio. Then we went and we created here master create repository wizard, and we provided these all details, and these all things also completed. Till I hope we completed up to here, right? We need to about to create work repository. We about to create work repository. That is very simple job. That is very simple job. Creating work repository. The first point is even work repository also looking for some tables you need to store in the database. Like in master repository, we stored how many tables in the database, sir? 67 tables we stored, which are useful for the master repository objects. Similarly, work repository also looking for some tables. Around 160 tables it is looking for. Around what, sir? Around 160 tables it is looking. Around 160 tables it is looking. It may be these numbers also maybe changes from version to version. It may be changing. ODI 11G some number, ODI 12C some number, it will be changing. Around 160 tables it is going to create for the work repository. For that I require one more schema. You can create one more schema, or if you want to utilize the same schema which I utilized for this one, ODI MR I used for this right? Same thing you can utilize it, or you can create separate thing also, you can create it. In my notes I am creating dedicated thing, I am creating for better understanding purpose. For better understanding purpose I am creating dedicated thing. Let us go and try to do the first step, sir. Shashi, I gave control to you. Open SQL Plus. I hope already it is opened here. It is open. Try to connect as a slash as sysdba, conn connect slash as sysdba, right. Now we connected. I want to create the user with the name of, I given here one thing that is called as what, sir? ODI DR is the name I given. ODI WR is the name I given. So create user. Your batch number is B0. What is the name I given? B010. Then ODI WR identified by RR capital ITEC small 123. Identified by RR capital ITEC small 123. Enter. User successfully created. We need to grant the permissions. Let us go and try to provide the permissions. Grant DBA to B010 ODI WR. We provide the required permissions also. Then I want to connect to this user. Let us first connect to this user. Connect to this user. CONN. Then B010 ODI WR at the rate of ORCL. At the rate of ORCL. RR capital ITEC small 123. Enter. Then connected. Now try to see any tables are available here or not. Ideally we should not have any tables. Select count star from tab. Count star from tab. We don't have any table. But after few minutes, if you go and see here, we should have what, sir? Some tables. Let us go and try to do that one. We completed. We connected with the ORCL, and we observed here no rows are available. But after some time, we are able to see in this one ODI WR, we are able to see what, sir? Some tables we are going to see it. Please note that no tables are available in this schema. Step 2 is called as creating the work repository. Start ODI Studio. Click on ODI menu. Click on connect. Click on new. Then provide below information. We are providing username, login name is what, user is what, password is what. These all things we are providing. And we are selecting under work repository. What we are selecting? Master repository. We are selecting it. Please go and try to open our things. Open ODI Studio first. ODI Studio is available on the desktop. Shortcut is there. You can take the shortcut of the desktop. Let us say I am trying to use the Windows. I am trying to use Windows D. Now on the desktop we have the shortcut of ODI. Double click on it. Then shortly we are going to get ODI client. We are going to get. Once we got the ODI, we need to go to the ODI menu bar. We need to go. ODI menu. We need to go. Here it is blinking. Yeah, this is what the ODI menu. Click on that ODI menu. Click on that ODI menu. There I have connect option. There I have connect option. Click on connect. Then we got here, by default I got one, what's a login name I got. But somehow I don't want this login name. I want to create my own login I want to create. Is it created by you? ODI is created by you, sir. No, right? We didn't create this ODI login. We want to create our own login. For that, beside we have one plus symbol. Click on that plus symbol. So we are trying to create one repository connection we are creating. Login name, any name you can give it. I am giving our institute name, that is ITEC. Give our institute name as ITEC. And this user, did you remember or not, yesterday while you are creating the master repository, we created one user supervisor. Yes or no, sir? Same thing. If you go and see, yesterday you created one user, that user is known as supervisor, one user you created. The same thing I am trying to provide here. Let us go and try to provide here. Did you remember you are able to connect to when you created the supervisor user? You are able to connect to this one or not? If you are not able to connect, then I can show you the previous screens, whatever we have here. Yesterday we created the supervisor user in this window. We are using what, sir? Once we created this master repository, we are creating master repository creation wizard. One of 3 steps are available. In that one, we went here and we created the second step of the master repository creation. We created one user. That user is known as supervisor. In the master repository creation wizard, step 2, we created the supervisor user. Same thing I am trying to utilize in this window whenever I am trying to connect it. Right. Now, database connection, which connection, sir, it is? Master repository connection. Tell me, master repository, all the tables are stored in the back end. One thing, that is what, sir? Is ODIMR or it is a B010 ODIMR? B010 ODIMR, your batch number. B010 ODIMR. Then password as RR capital, ITEC small 123. Yeah, already we create that master repository. We are trying to connect now. We are trying to connect to that master repository. Now, this master repository driver is Oracle driver, and the URL I want, the URL you can search like that. Click on OK. Now we need to provide here host name, port, and SID properly. Host name, port, and SID properly. Host name, port, and SID properly. Localhost. Then port. Then SID as ORCL. And under work repository, the heading is something that is wrong always, I feel. Here they need to write here master or work repository they need to write. Somehow they written only work repository. Under this work repository section, we have a master repository. Only option is available. Select that one. As of now, do I have any work repositories? In fact, if I go and see here, this search option is not enabling for you. So we have only master repositories available. So I am trying to select it. Master repository available. I am trying to select it. Click on test. Bad credentials. Let us verify here. Where is the bad? Details. Incorrect. What's that? ODI username and password. So the bad credentials is under this one. Password, don't type it. Let us say I am trying to copy and paste it. I copy and paste it. Click on test. Now what's that? Successfully connection. Okay, click on OK. Click on OK. Always we need to see the details, sir. Without details, we cannot come to understand what is the exactly error. Now we have here, what is our login name now? ITEC. What is our username? Supervisor. What is our password? Supervisor. Down the line, if you want to modify these details, then again you can go for what, sir? Edit here. Sorry. You click on the OK. Sorry. Yeah. Now we understand now one point, how to create one login. How to create what? One login. We created one login and we connected to our master repository. And if you go and see here one part that is called as topology part. Under this topology we have one section. That section is known as repository section. Under this repository, do I have any work repositories? No. As of now, no work repositories are available. Now our goal is to create one work repository. That's what we are trying to do here. If I go and see next, click on test, click on OK, click on OK. Click on topology, expand repository section, right click on work repository, click on new work repository as shown here. Then provide below information, click on next. It is asking technology, JDBC driver, JDBC URL, and just now we created one schema. The schema is what, sir? B010 ODI WR we created, right? The schema we are providing here. That means we are asking work repository required tables to create under this schema. Work repository required tables, what, sir? It is creating under this schema. Let us go and try to do the steps. Right click on work repository, then new work repository. There we need to select the technology that is properly available. This one we need to change it. Change to the WR, it is work repository. I think password is same for both the things, right? So you can keep like that. Click on test connection. Successfully connected. That's good. Now, once it is completed, in the bottom you can see one option. There is what, sir? Next option is available. Click on that next option. It is asking the very important information, sir. It is very important information. Please try to read it. The use of the local host or this port number, host name, the JDBC URL is not recommended because remote ODI process might not be resolve this name correctly. Would you like to continue? In our training room, ODI is installed in my same mission. I am also working in the same mission. But in live case, what will happen, sir? ODI will be installed in one mission, but you are going to connect that one using your laptop. If I want to connect exactly, that means I require proper IP address or not, sir? That is the reason we are requesting you to give the proper IP address. But as of now, we can go with this also, no problem. Click on S. Click on S. Now, it is asking what is the work repository name you want to provide. This is step 2 of the repository creation we are doing. The step 2 of repository creation is I am giving one name that is called as ITEC _ dev _ work repository. And one password is asking, I am providing capital ITEC small 123. Let us go and try to provide it. He is copying and is trying to paste the same name. So paste it. Now password capital ITEC small 123. 123. Under work repository type, two types of work repositories you can create. One is called as development work repository. Second is called as execution work repository. What is the difference of these two things we come to understand down the line. As of now, I want to go for development. Let us select the development. Then click on finish button, which is available in the bottom. Click on finish button. Then it is going to, ODI is creating your work repository. That means it's trying to execute some XML files yesterday, whatever I shown. Under the SDK, we have the scripts are available, right? Those scripts is trying to execute it. Once it is started the executing, what we can observe is, if you go to your database side, if I am trying to execute this, how many tables are created? 153 tables created here. 153 tables created. So would you like to create login for the work repository? As of now, one second. As of now, we need not create the login. That is the reason I am trying to click on no. That's what I am suggesting in the document also. So I am saying as what, sir? Click on no. Then 153 tables created, ODI schema. Observe that 153 tables created. Let us do that one. So how many tables are there regarding to work repository, sir? 153 tables are available. Master work repository means how many tables are there? Master repository, 67 tables are there. In master repository, 67 tables are there. In work repository, we have 153 tables are there. Down the line, whatever work we are going to do, that work is going to store either in the master repository or in the work repository. That means that 67 tables are in this 153 tables, your work is going to store it. Okay, that is very clear. Any question? Okay, whatever we are going to do, that work is going to show either in the master or work you are asking, right? I said that's what yesterday. I divided that things and what information is going to store in the master, what information is going to store in the work repository, we covered yesterday. If you go and see, yeah. Under master repository, what is creating? Security information and topology information is available under master repository. And we have your models information and projects information, and these things is creating where, sir? In the work repository. So what I said, simple words is, I said, whatever we are going to create, securities, whatever we are going to create, topologies, these two things are stored in the master repository. And these two tabs, using whatever work we are going to do, this work is going to store in the work repository. That's what I said. Yeah, yes. That much of depth we don't want actually. You mean to ask here, if I create one user, that user is going to create what table of the master repository you are asking, right? That much of things we don't want. Okay, if really, that things we'll discuss down there anyhow. What we are trying to ask is, I understand if I create one user, that user is going to show in the master repository in which table, which column. This kind of details you want. This kind of details is not that much of mandatory also. Okay, anyhow, we'll try to walk through that one down the line. Okay, let us move on to the next things. We completed now creating master repository and creating work repository. 2 exercises we completed. Let us move on to the next exercise, that is called as configuring ITEC database. Down the line, we are going to use our own tables and our own things. We are going to use it. That is the reason I am trying to create our own database we are creating. So creating, loading the tables, load tables into SCART schema. Actually, creating is not required. Load tables into what's a SCART schema. I've opened SQL Plus. I connected the SCART schema, provided the password. Then I am trying to select count star from tab. We'll get 4 or 5 tables. You may be getting it. Then I want to go to ITEC lab copy, lab data folder, and take full path of driver and execute as per below. Let us say I am trying to go to here. Then 0 for master copy, then ODI, then we are going for lab data, then we are trying to execute source data SQL. Let us go and try to do that one. Connect to the SCART schema first. Connect to the SCART schema. Connect SCART @ORCL. Password as Tiger, TIGER, all small letters. Then I want to execute the path, right? The path is available here. Let us say in my actually problem is in my local system I don't have that one, sir. Then what I am doing is I am going to the Informatica. In that also same thing is there. Here I have one file. That file is source.sql is available. I want to take this one. Any problem? No, right? Right. I am taking this total path. Control C. Then I want to execute that one. Right click, edit, and paste it. / what is the file name? Source.sql. Then double quotes, enter. What it is trying to create is some tables it is trying to create and some rows it is trying to insert. If you want to see what is there in source.sql, you can open the source.sql, open with notepad. Then what is there, sir? I have one script to create the table. I have some script to insert the data. Then I am creating one more table that is called as employee table. Some data I am inserting. Then I am creating one more table, vendor table I am inserting. Then I am going for product table, I am inserting some data. So I am preparing my OLTP data. I am preparing what, sir? My source, my OLTP data I am preparing it. Once I prepare that one, let us go and try to commit it. I am trying to commit. Even table is altered statement last is available, right? That is the reason commit is not required, but safe side we are doing the commit. Commit spelling. Okay, commit is completed. Now, if you go and see now tables in this one, let us say select star from tab, Then you can see all the tables whatever available over there, right? Like here employee, then what's the line underscore item, vendor. These are all tables created just now. This EMP, DEP tables are came with the installation of Oracle database. Scott schema contains what's by default. EMP, DEPT, salary tables by default we'll get it, right? Okay. Now we completed one thing that is called as configuring the source database is completed. Next is what's that? Configuring target database, creating user TDBU and load tables into TDBU schema. Load tables into TDBU schema. In my case, I hope already it should be available. In my case, already TDBU is available. That's the reason I request you to create B010 TDBU, your batch number. Try to create it. First, try to connect as sysdba, because you want to create the user means first you should be logged in as admin user. That is the reason we are trying to connect as sysdba. Then try to create the user. B010 TDBU @orcl. Sorry. You're correct, sir. Go ahead. Create user B010 TDBU identified by RR capital, ITEC small 123. Enter. Then grant the DBS. Then I want to connect it. B010 TDBU. Password as RR capital, ITEC small 123. And if you go and see in this one, we won't have any records, right? We won't have any records in this one. Now, yes, execute it. We don't have anything. But I want to create here some records. How you can create is same thing, whatever we did previously, same job I am trying to do here. I am trying to edit. Then what's that? Paste, slash. In the same location previously, we have one more file that is what's that? Target.sql. Inside this one, what is there is, let us say, open with notepad. I created here one table, aggregate table, one fact table, one dimension table. All the table structures only available. There is no data is available in this one. These all things are data warehousing tables. In this one, I am going to create the data using my ODI tool. Only structures I am creating now. The data will be created using our ODI tool. As of now, I am trying to paste this name also, edit and paste. Then enter. Then what is happening is tables are altered, commit it, commit. Then go and try to see how many tables are created. Select star from tab. How many tables are created? 22 tables are created. These are the tables what we are expecting it. So with this we completed creating our source database as well as target database. Next one, creating and managing topology. What is the topology meaning here? If you go and see in our ODI, I have one thing that is called as topology. In this topology only we created one thing just now. What is that? Work repository we created. Fine. In this topology we are going to learn now. We are going to learn the Oracle data integrator topology is the physical and logical representation of the Oracle data integrator architecture and components. What is the meaning of physical and logical is, if you go and see here, I have here physical architecture is available. Next is what, sir? Logical architecture is available. We are planning to learn now. What is the physical architecture? What is the logical architecture? We are planning to learn now. That is the reason I given here inside the topology we are creating one thing physical architecture. Second is logical architecture. Right. Creating physical architecture. The physical architecture defines the different elements of the information system as well as their characteristics taken into account by Oracle data integrator. Right. Like let us say each type of database, Oracle or DB2 etc. or file format XML, flat file or application softwares represented Oracle data integrated by what, sir? Technology. By technology. Means what is the meaning of the second point is, let us say I am going here physical architecture I am trying to open. Inside the physical architecture I have an option that is called as technologies. Inside this technologies, let us say you want to go for your Oracle database. Oracle database is available as what, sir? one technology. Oracle is called as here one technology. Similarly, what I would like to say here is a database whatever available, that one same thing, we're calling it one name. That name is what, sir? That name is technology. We're calling it the name as what, sir? Technology. In our general terminology, whatever database is there, same thing we're calling here as technology. ODI terminology is technology. ODI terminology is technology. So Oracle is one technology for me. Now Netezza is one technology for me. MySQL is one technology for me. Even the file also, one file is also what's a technology for me. Am I clear what I'm trying to say? Each and everything we used to call it as one technology. Even it may be XML file, we'll call it as one technology. Yeah. Question is there any database is there which is not supporting by ODI? As such, there is no database, sir. Even we have the flexibility here. If you want to create one new technology, see here, I want to create one new technology, I can go and I can create it. Suppose you have one technology which is not covered here, we can create that one. But at that moment, we need to create, let us say, Oracle is there. Oracle is going to support what are the data types, what are the actions, what are the indexes, those are all things predefined available. If you are creating your own technology, means you should have strong understanding what are the data types are supported by the database and all. But as such, all the most used databases are covered here only, sir. You need not go for the new technology creation. Okay, yes, here what database is not covered here? Tell me. All the databases are covered. DB2 or it may be Oracle or it may be Teradata or it may be SAS, whatever it is. Everything is covered here. Under Oracle, if you take what are the data types it is going to support, it is going to give in here. These are the types of data types it is going to support it. Okay, it may be varchar or what are the actions. Actions means what is the Oracle 10G, drop table action means what it is going to do, modify means what it is going to do. Okay, Oracle default is what, and index type is what are the different types of index are available, bitmap indexes. Next what, sir? Non-unique indexes, unique indexes. These indexes you need to learn is a purely database concept. Yes or no? Purely database concepts. Okay, as of now I am least bothered about these all things. I am trying to minimize it. There I have the Oracle is the one technology available. Right. Let us go and try to see this one. This is what I am trying to tell. Each type of database, Oracle, or it may be DB2, or it may be file format, XML file format, or plot file. Application software is required. Oracle data integrated as what, sir? Technology. These all things, Oracle, DB2, XML, plot file, these all things are called as technologies in our ODI. Let us go and try to understand the third point. The physical components that store and expose structured data are defined as what, sir? Data servers. What do you mean by data server here? If you go and see, let us say I am going to ODI, I am right click on the Oracle, then I am getting here one option that is called as new data server. A new data server is nothing but exactly your database, sir. Suppose in my case, what is my database name? ORCL is my database name, right? That is the reason from that time we are trying to connect. @ORCL, we are connecting it. My database name is what, sir? ORCL. Inside the Oracle, I have one database. The database name is ORCL. That ORCL we are calling it as data server. So if I want to create one data server, simply I can go for new data server here. Then it is asking me data server name is what, instance is what, user is what, password is what. Then I can provide the JDBC details I can provide, and I can create test connection, I can create it. As of now I am not creating it, we'll try to learn later point of time. A data server is nothing but what, sir? Your database. Example, if you want to give here, I can give the example as what, sir? ORCL is one of the example for your data server. Okay, right. A data server is always linked to a single technology. Is it possible to create ORCL with the two databases, two different softwares, sir? No, right? Always a data server means what is dedicatedly available in one technology only. Half of the tables of ORCL we cannot develop using SQL Server. Half of the tables we cannot develop using Oracle software. Right. A data server stores information according to a specific technology logic. which is declared in physical schemas attached in the data server. Means once you created the data server, let us say you created here one data server. Inside this data server, you may have n number of schemas that you come to understand down the line, or see this diagram once. See this diagram once. In the bottom, we are going to do the same job. Right. If you see here, this is what, sir, whatever available, this one, this is called as now your data server. Your data server. Your data server. Yeah, we can create two database instances under Oracle. This is called as what, sir, now? One schema. This is called as schema. Here I have how many schemas are available, sir? Two schemas are available and one Oracle data server is available. If I have one more database available, then I can go and I can create here one more database also. Under using Oracle software, we have ORCL is a one instance. We have one more instance with the name of ORCL1. We can create ORCL1 also under that one as a new data server. As a new data server. Am I clear, Shashi? Okay. Now we'll go and we'll try to do this this part. For that, let us go back again. I hope you people understand the fourth point. Let us go for the process. Open our ODI Studio. Go to ODI menu. Click on Connect. Select login name as what, sir? ITEC. Click on Edit. Under Work Repository, select section. Select what, sir? Work Repository as ITEC Dev Work Repository. Click on Touch. That means this technology we are creating within the work repository or within the master repository, sir. We are connecting as a work repository and we are trying to create it. Let us go and try to do the same job. Yes, open the ODI Studio. Already it is open. Then whatever it is connected, already disconnected first, because we connect as a master repository. I am trying to connect now, and I want to edit this information. First, select the ITEC here. Select the login name as ITEC. Then click on Edit option. Then you can see in the bottom work repository option. Only one option we are changing, work repository radio button. Then click on the edit. Sorry, 1 second. Search it. We didn't select any work repository. Search work repository. Yeah. Search work repository and select that work repository. Click on OK. Click on test. So successfully connected. OK. Click on OK. Click on OK. Yes, go ahead with the question, sir. Our tool is divided into 4 tabs. Designer, navigator. Yeah, correct. Correct. Don't take exactly the same words. In that also some parts will be here and the distribution. Major part will be storing like that. Okay. Correct. Now, so let us go and try to create the technology. The technology is what you want. Oracle technology you want to go for. Oracle technology. Here I have the Oracle technology. So we completed till this point of time. We opened the ODI Studio. These all things are same. Then we went for the go to topology. Then right click on Oracle. Click on new data server as shown here. In definition tab, provide below information. I provide the name as ITEC_ORCL and instance are DB link as localhost and username as DBA, password as RR capital ITEC small 123 I provided. Then I went for next tab. The tab is what, sir? JDBC tab. In the JDBC tab, I am trying to provide JDBC driver I am providing. Then JDBC URL I am providing. Click on the test connection. This is where the test connection is available. I am testing it. Click on test again. Click on OK. Then close it. Close is one option which is available. We are trying to close it. Let us go and try to do till this point of time. We are creating the technology we are creating. Right click on the Oracle. Right click on Oracle. Then what, sir? New data server. That is correct. In the new data server, We want to provide one name here. Let us provide the name RRITech underscore ORCL. RRITech underscore ORCL. Okay. Now provide here JD, sorry, you're correct. Instance name, instance is correct. Instance is what, sir? Local host is your instance. Local host as your instance. And this user normally will try to provide an admin user, sir. You can provide any user, you can provide basically. But we'll provide normally admin user so that further I can access all the schemas of this database very easily. If I provide Scott means what, sir? If Scott may not have access permissions to the TDBU. To avoid that kind of problems, I'll use here admin user means I can access all the things, right? Down the line. That's what I'm using here, admin. Otherwise, you can use any user here. Next, click on the JDBC. Click on the JDBC. Yeah. What is this JNDI connection is? If I select here JNDI connection, then automatically changing towards a JNDI. Under this JNDI, we need to provide JNDI information. So these connections are two types of connections are available, sir. One is called as JDBC connections. Second is called as JNDI connections. But always we'll give the priority to the JDBC connection only. Okay, right. Select the JDBC connection. Those all parameters you can ignore it. Nothing is there over there. You are trying to ask something, sir? What happened? So this is scroll down. Okay, if you want, I can unmute you, Shashi, if you are trying to ask something. Yes.
No, I'm not finding the JDBC option.
Okay. Okay. Let us go first. Select the JDBC.
I mean JNDA.
JNDA normally we won't use it. JNDA requires this all information we require. JNDA user, password, JNDA protocol, JNDA driver. These all things we require. Okay. This one we normally won't use it. JNDA authentication is some simple. If any LDAP is available, then we go for the JNDA, sir. As long as LDAP is not there, then we'll go for the JDBC only.
Okay.
Okay, right. Go for the JDBC. Then driver, we can select, search for the driver. The driver we want, Oracle driver. Okay. Then select the URL also, search the URL. Okay. One moment. Okay. Now provide your host name, port number, SID properly. Host name, port number, SID. Now, once you've done everything, click on the test connection. Whatever you did correctly or not, you come to understand. In the left side corner under start page, we have that option. In the left side corner, we have that option. This is what the option where it is available, test connection. Your data will be saved before testing connection. Do you want to continue? Click on yes. Please register at least one physical schema for your data server. We create only data server, schemas are not registered. So it is requesting to create the schema. Click on OK. Now select a physical agent to test this connection. Physical agent is local. Click on test. Successfully connected. OK. Now once you've done everything, then make sure the WhatsApp save button also disabled. Why? Because already we saved it. Now let us say I want to close this one. Click on this arrow, into mark. Click on that into mark so that it will be closed. So I created the object here. That object is called as, what is this object called as, sir? Data server. That object is called as data server. Till this point of time, you learned how to create the data server. Under this data server, do I have any schemas? No. Now I want to create here two schemas. To contact the source, I want one schema, Scott. To contact the target tables, I want one schema called as TDBU. These two schemas I want to create here. Right click on the data server, that is ITEC_ORCL. Then we need to create the physical schema, new physical schema. Here we need to provide the schemas properly. Okay, one important point I want to cover in this window, that window is, the schema is, that is okay, we can directly go to the drop down. We are seeing what's here, all the schemas we are seeing here, right? Why? Because in the data server we utilize database admin user utilized. That is the reason all the schemas are seeing in the drop down. Okay. Now try to go to the drop down and select the SCOT schema over there, because our source is available in the SCOT. Select the SCOT. You can type directly also if you want. Searching is something problem. Yes, SCOT is available. You can select the SCOT. And work schema also, let us say it is going to create in the runtime. It is going to create in the runtime some error tables. It is going to create with the prefix of $, underscore, and is going to create some loading tables, some integration tables, some indexes tables is going to create it, and some generalizing tables, views, triggers is going to create. To store these objects, it requires what, sir? One work schema you need. The work schema may be your regular schema, whatever you given here, or you can select here what, sir? Some separate schema also you can select it. As of now, time being, I want to select the same schema as the work schema. Let us go and try to select it. Now, we completed selecting the schema, selecting your schema and selecting the work schema, both the things we completed. Then I am going here, I am trying to save it. I saved it. It is asking one word, that word is very important word, that is called as no context specified for the schema. Please verify the appropriate context to be able to use the schema in the designer module. What is the context? You come to understand down the line, sir. This is what the context is available. As of now, no contests are available. Okay. This context is nothing but it is a relationship between physical architecture and what's that? Logical architecture. Once I completed logical architecture, then I will talk about the context. As of now, ignore that context, ignore that warning. Now what you can observe is, this is what the one connection we created, that is called as physical schema. What we created? Physical schema for the source we created. Similarly, create one more physical schema for the target. Similarly, create one more physical schema for the target. Right click on data server, that's correct. Then new physical schema. Then select here work schema and regular schema as your schema, that is B010 TDBU. You can quickly type over there, B010, yes, TDBU. Yeah, that is coming, came already. Now, if you are typing over there, automatically what's there? In the bottom it is to display it. Then here also select the same thing, B010 TDB, it came. Right. Now, we completed this also. Here also we are not defining context. I am trying to save it. Click on save. Same warning message we got, information message actually. Click on OK. Close these two windows. Close these two windows which is opened. Close these two windows. In the top we have the into mark is available. This is what the into mark. We need to close it. That one I closed. That also I closed. Now, we completed now creating two physical schemas we created, creating the physical schema. Right click on this one, then I provide here SCOT I provided. Then automatically I got here, save, click on OK, close the window. Similarly, create one more physical schema with using what's that? TDBU schema, that also we done. Next one is creating logical architecture. Creating logical architecture. How to create it? Now, creating logical architecture. The logical architecture allows a user to identify as a single logical schema or a group of similar physical schemas. Suppose if I given one thing that is called as source, I given, that is what the name of what's that? Logical architecture. For the source I can connect here, SCOT physical schema I can connect. Then I can connect here SDBU I can connect. And I can connect here another schema also I can connect. That means one logical schema will contain n number of physical schemas. So logical schema to physical schema mapping is one to many, one to many. See this diagram once. See this diagram once. You have more clarity. I have here one diagram. This is the diagram. This is called as now. This is called as now a logical architecture. In between logical architecture and physical architecture, one mediator is there. The mediator is called as context. And this is the name of what, sir? Logical schema. This logical schema is capturing what type of data? Sales data. But however, the sales data is available in 3 machines here. It is available. One machine is available in New York location, and they are using Windows-based environment. They are using, and they are getting the data into sales dev by using Oracle software. And this is located in the area that is called as Tokyo. And here we have what's our sales dev, and this is what's a Oracle and Linux operating system. This is Linux and Oracle, and it is located in separate thing. Do I have here 3 physical schemas are available or not, sir? Three physical schemas are available which are located in different locations. All these 3 things I am trying to contact using only one logical schema. Of course, I have 3 contexts are available here. Don't worry. 3 contexts are available. One is development, global, production, something. 3 contexts I created. That means always remember, number of physical schemas are equivalent to number of contexts. Okay, same. But logical things may be what, sir? Less is available. One logical thing may be mapped with the n number of physical schemas. Okay, that point is very clear. That's what I written here. One point. That point is the logical schema. The logical architecture allows a user to identify a single logical schema, a group of similar physical schemas that is containing data stores that are structurally identical but located in different physical location. One is in Tokyo, one is in New York, one is somewhere else. But structure wise what, sir? All are talking about sales only. Next, logical schemas, like their physical counterparts. Logical schemas are what, sir? Physical counterparts. Counterparts means equivalent things. Are attached to a technology. These logical schemas also we are going to attach to the technology. Now all the components developed in Oracle Data Integrator are designed on top of the logical architecture. So down the line we are going to refer actually using logical components or physical components, sir. First we are going to map with the logical component only. The logical component internally it is going to call physical component. But we are going to use primarily logical components. Internally it is going to use physical components. Now for example, a data model is always attached to a logical schema. What is the one object given? What is the object name, sir? Data model. The data model normally we used to create using designer. Here I have one option that is called as model. Whenever I am going to create here one model, let us say new model I am creating, then it is asking here, what is it asking, sir? Logical schema it is asking. It is not asking physical schema. So that means down the line whatever work we are going to do, that work we are going to do on top of logical objects or physical objects? Logical objects. That's what I given this point here. Next one, process. Under logical architecture, right click on Oracle. Under logical architecture, right click on Oracle. Click on new logical schema. We are creating it. Provide below information and save and close the window. We are providing 2 informations here. One information is called as name of the things we are created. Second one is we provide what, sir? Context is global and physical schema is what, sir? Scott we provided. This is what the information what we provided in the logical schema. Let us go and try to provide it. Now go to the which tab? Topology tab. Then we need to go to which architecture? Physical or logical? Logical architecture we need to go. First minimize that physical architecture. This is how the minimizing the physical architecture. Here I have the minus symbol. Click on that minus. Then logical architecture expand it. Then we are expanding technologies. Under technology we have Oracle. Select the Oracle. Right. Now right click on the Oracle. Then we are creating what, sir? new logical schema. Just provide one logical schema name as I suggested here. I am suggesting what, sir, here? Source underscore Scott. We are trying to contact the Scott schema. The Scott schema tables we are going to use as source. So I am giving the same name. Source underscore Scott. Scott. And did you created this global contest, sir? Actually, we didn't create the global contest. By default, it will come with the installation only. By default, it will come with the installation. One contest will come that is called as global. And this connectivity between this logical schema and physical schema is this contest only. So try to go to the physical schemas drop down. Physical schemas drop down over there. This is what the drop down is available here. In this drop down, how many physical schemas are available? Two things are available. Out of these two things, which one we want to select here? Source, right? So select here ITEC, ORCL, Scott only we selected. So this logical schema and this physical schema contacting by using mediator as what, sir? Logical schema to first it go to the contest. Contest what, sir? This physical schema it is going. So mediator between this logical schema and physical schema is contest. This global contest is the one by default we got with the installation of ODI. Okay. Now try to save this one. Save it in the left side corner, top corner. In the left side top corner we have the save. Here we have the save option. Click on the save. Then close this window which is not required. I am trying to close it. Similarly, create one more schema. If you go and see under the Oracle, we have what, sir? Source underscore Scott is available. Can you create similarly one more schema with the name of what I suggested? Target underscore TDBU. Similarly, create one more new logical schema with the name of target underscore TDBU. Let us go and try to create it. Right click on Oracle. Then new logical schema. Then provide your name as, what is the name? Target underscore. Your thing is what, sir? B010 something, right? B010 TDBU. Or you can give TDBU also, no problem. Give the TDBU only. TDBU. Now try to select here physical schemas and select here B010 TDBU. Then try to save it. Close it. Successfully we created now logical things and physical things we complete. Really, if you require a contest, I can create what, sir? A new contest I can create. Let us say development is the one contest I want to create it. I can create and I can save it. Okay, I can create and I can save it. If you don't want means I can delete it. As of now, I am not creating any contest. I am not creating it. I am using what, sir? Predefined things, global, whatever available. I am utilizing the same thing. With this, I completed two things. One is called as how to create physical architecture. Second is what, sir? Logical architecture I completed. And how to map this one I am going to understand by using creating contests. Contest bring together. What together it is trying to bring, sir? It is trying to bring together. One is physical architecture. Second is what, sir? Logical architecture. It is bringing together physical architecture with logical architecture. It is bringing. Now, for example, contest may correspond to different execution environments. For example, development, test, and production. Three contests I created. Are different execution locations like Boston site is one execution. Next what, sir? New York and so forth. If you see in my diagram here, in this diagram, a contest maps individual logical resource onto what, sir? Individual physical resource. So contest is a mediator between one logical resource and one physical resource. And this, how many contests I created here? 3 contests I created. Why? Because I have here 3 different locations available, or 3 different databases are available. Data source physical schemas are available. Am I clear? Exactly. To map these 3 things, we require 3 contests to require. Thumb rule is how many physical things are available, that many contests are required, sir. That is the thumb rule. Okay. Let us say, in my case, what happens, sir, here? Here these two things are in fact is coming from same database, right? That's what I didn't create it. Okay, let us move on to the next one, process. By default, one contest created with the installation of ODI with the name of global. We already mapped logical and physical schemas while we were creating logical schemas. Already mapped or not, sir? For just confirmation, right click on global contest, open observe mapping. The step already given, what steps it is? Optional, it is not required. It is optional step, it is not required. Just for our confirmation purpose, we are coming and we are seeing here. Let us go and try to see here. Let us say, I am trying to right click on this global, then open it, click on open, click on open. Yeah. Now we are seeing here under this one schemas is available, click on the schemas. Then we are seeing here RRA ORCL SCOT is mapped with the source code. So target DDB is mapped with what, sir? RRA ORCL B010 TDB it is mapped. It is properly mapped or not? It's properly mapped or not? We need to observe here. We need to observe this part. That's what I am trying to ask you. Okay, just for its confirmation purpose. Suppose if we didn't do while we are creating the logical architecture, we didn't map it like this. Then what you can do, sir? You can come here and you can map here also. Okay, right. That is what the context. Let us move on to the next one, agents and languages. What is agents language? I will discuss more detail later point of time. If you see in this window, now we covered one thing that is called as what, sir? Physical architecture we covered. Then what, sir? Context we covered. Logical architecture we covered. Repositories we covered. Yeah, repository already we covered, right? Master repository, work repository we covered it. Only thing left out is what, sir? Languages. Language means it's going to support different types of language. It's going to support whatever things you want to write it, you can write it. Okay, that's what the languages, whatever available here. Language defines the languages and language elements available when editing expression at the design time. Next one. Here I have one more thing that is called as generic action is available. What is generic action also we'll try to understand later point out. I want to add one column. How I can add it. I want to create one table. How I can create it. Those things are, some commands are available here. Those commands we'll try to utilize it. And we have agent. If you observed or not, did you observe or not? Whenever I went for here, I have what's here? One thing is available that is called as agents is available, right? If I want to create one new agent, I can create the agent. What is the agent? We'll come to understand down the line. Agent is one thing which is the main part in our ODI, sir, which is useful to run all our things. Previously, did you notice that not? While you are testing the connection also, it is used the local agent. Yes or no, sir? Did you notice that one? While you are testing the connection, I didn't capture the screenshot. Okay, I didn't capture the screenshot. While testing the connection, it is asked what, sir? You want to use a local agent or not? If we said yes, that is the reason it is tested. So by default, we'll get one agent that is called as local agent. If you want to create further other agents, means how to create it, we are going to cover here. Oracle Data Integrator runtime agents are orchestrated the execution of jobs. It is mainly useful for what, sir? Executing your jobs. The agent executes jobs on demand. Whenever you want, you can execute it. And to start the execution of scenarios according to a based on what, sir? Schedule defined in the Oracle Data Integrator. Without? No. Without agent, we cannot execute it. Without agents, we cannot execute the mapping or anything. We cannot execute it. Yeah, agents are mandatory. Okay, we completed today 4 points we completed, sir. First part is how to create the work repository. Second part is how to create the physical architecture. Third part is how to create the logical architecture and what you mean by contest. These are the 4 points what you understand. I am stopping here. Please try to practice these 4 things. Already I uploaded in the Google Drive. Okay, online folks, please ask HR. Okay, she is going to provide the required permissions to you. You can download the same document and you can practice it. Offline folks, you also get the permissions and download it. Am I clear? Right. Thank you. Hello Ram, still I don't have access of ODI documents and video. I sent 5 emails to